Hi, okay, it has already begun. Now I'm having my coffee. In Brazil, we say that we use this kind of cup, dimitas, isn't it? It's very, and this one has the Brazilian flag here, but with the really little turtles because it's a Projeto Tamar that pretend to that try to save the turtles. Okay, Mm, our coffee is very good. So today we're gonna talk about two funny stuff, two funny books, two how to, two kind of guides. I love this, but I know that humor, how each one watch a comedy or something funny, each one it feels different. And it's very funny, but not funny, haha, but funny of strange, that this book that I love, I really like it. I sent to a friend of mine who was living in the States and he hated it with all his guts. He got really mad when I sent it to him. Because what it's about, how to be a carioca. So, how you, a foreigner, can be and act like we Brazilians from Rio. Carioca means that it's the person who was born in Rio de Janeiro. And then that's what it's about. And this lady who wrote it, Priscilla Ann Gosling, she lives in Brazil, I think. I don't know if she still lives here. And as she's American, she not it doesn't say anymore American, isn't it? You have to say what? I don't know. I know in Portuguese, but I don't know in English. Sorry. But anyway, and she's from the United States, and she noticed some little stuff that we from Rio do. Of course, everybody notices things when we go abroad. When I went to Paris, uh, I noticed that French people, uh, at least in Paris, they would, when they talked, they kind of blow. So they would say something, oui, mon cher, parce que je, and would blow. Oui, je pense que c'est très joli parce que je veux. And, parce que, oui, je. And it's funny because I was used to watch French movies and have never noticed that. But there, living there in Paris, I kind of noticed. Another thing that I noticed that here in Brazil, when you say how many children you have, something like this, and you have to count, you go like this. What? I go one, two, three. We do this one, two. And I noticed that there in France, they'd say one, two. They would count like this with the thumb. Thumb is the number one. And here we go. This is number one. Or there, if you count. But anyway. And so this person, she noticed some little stuff that we from Rio do. And I laugh. I really laugh when I read this all the time. And that's it's even my second book because I buy it and then I send to other people and this is the second book that I have for myself. For instance, see here, it is about cafezinho. This cafezinho is how we call this cafezinho. And you say, okay, let's have a coffee. We say, let's have a little coffee. When you say something that ends in inho, it means little. It's your just like your li, uh, your ly. And so here, for instance, dealing with money, let's see, traffic lights. and oh, barzinhos, that's really funny. She talks about our waiters. While dining out Carioca style, don't expect the waiters to be perfect specimens of etiquette. Okay, I do not expect in Paris, they are awful. They may stack the plates like a Tower of Babel, but they do have good intentions. No cute outfits with striped hat and bar aprons here. No, no. Always fully dressed in a long sleeve shirt, white jacket, and black bow tie, even when the temperature soars to 107 degrees. It is no wonder that the Carioca waiter occasionally gets out of sorts. If you are fortunate enough to find a good waiter in a restaurant you like, be sure to ask his name. That way, you guarantee the few saideiras, drinks served on the house while waiting for the bill. But this is she just describes our waiter. There are something that are a little bit different here because they, they always look that they are wearing a jacket that belonged to a thinner person. It's true. And what else? The other thing that she talks about our tables because they are unsteady. It is very funny because I have never noticed that. So when you go to the beach, for instance, here this is one that I like best. This here and has those funny drawings. Okay, going to the beach. If you think that going to the beach is simply a matter of putting on a bathing suit, grabbing a towel, and heading for the nearest stretch of white sand to bag a few rays, think again. To the Carioca, going to the beach is an art form. Before venture out, be sure to refer back to lesson 6 to ensure you are dressed or undressed appropriately. Then check your newspaper to see if the health authorities have liberated your favorite beach for swimming. That's true. You have to check it out but anyway, when you go to the beach, we have those flags. Red flag if the sea is not very good, but then it's clean or not. Now it's a little better. Anyway, and so being a carioca, ignore the warnings, but once you are there, do look out for, and that's true, pivetes and ratos de praia. That's the way that we call the little guys that they walk around, usually 3 or 4, to steal stuff at the beach. Fishing lines, but just in the morning, late afternoon. Bugs that you can see and that bite, but just a little bit. They don't bite too much. No. We have a little worm at the beach and a little cockroach. It's a very beautiful one. Bugs that you can't see and that bite. UFOs, unidentified floating objects. IFOS, identified floating objects. Dog mines. Yeah, and now that the dogs are liberated, yeah, it's about a little bit, it's a problem. But anyway, parking, she talks about it, and then she goes, te pago na volta, meu irmão. I'll pay you later, buddy. Yes, that's something that we say when you park your car and there is a guy that we call flanelinha, let's say a flannel guy, because he was always with a piece of dirty cloth in his hand, and he says that I'm going to watch your car. Usually, but yeah. And so you go like this, okay? And then you say, okay, I pay you later. So and then he goes like this. And then you go, when you come back, you give me some money, some pocket money. Then you go deciding where to sit, then setting up your umbrella, and then go see, get it settled. And then 4 females. If you're not using a towel, unwrap your kanga. It's just a piece of cloth that we roll up and around our waist very carefully and place it with one snappy motion and bend at the waist on the previously prepared mounts. Next, remove your t-shirt if you are wearing a t-shirt, of course. Adjust the top portion of your tanga and place your shirt neatly folded in your beach bag. Remove suntan oil from your bag and slowly, while standing, spread it over your entire body. This should take no less than 3 minutes in order to achieve the maximum desired effect. Place your beach bag within easy reach, sit on your kanga, swivel at the waist, and stretch out. Presto! You are now ready to receive those penetrate rays. In order to prevent back strain when it's time to flip over, ask the closet gatão. Gatão is how you call it's a big cat. It's how we call handsome guys. To oil those hard to reach areas. There should be an abundant supply of volunteers to help you to avoid getting a nesting burn in those inconvenient spots. That's the line. And then he goes, for males, quick remove your t-shirt and outer shorts and hang them inside the umbrella. The longer you remain with your shirt on, the less you look like a carioca. Yes, with no shirt, please. And then he goes, what else here? This is perfect. Correct procedure for taking a dip for females. Walk slowly down to the shoreline, continuously adjusting the bottom of your tanga. Yes, we do like this. Test the temperature of the water by getting your feet wet. Between waves, walk in up to your knees and squat down far enough to just barely wet your buttocks. Readjust your tanga. When the next wave approaches, hold your nose and dive on it, making sure to get back to the shoreline as quickly as possible before the next wave hits. Exactly, that's what we do. Readjust your tanga. Bend over at the waist to throw your head backwards and forwards 3 times to remove excess moisture. Readjust your tanga while slowly returning to your spot. Exactly how we do. Then the other one, correct procedure when going to for a swim for males. Run to the shoreline and dive or flip into the ocean without stopping to consider the water temperature or the waves. Body surf or swim for at least 20 minutes. Stop at the shoreline to adjust your equipment. Then shake your head back and forth to remove the excess moisture. This is also helpful in avoiding that wet seal look. Run back to your spot. Although you're wet, don't be tempted to sit in your chair. A male carioca will always sit in the sand. Then here, I think that she forgets one stuff that usually the males always do. When they are in the ocean, the hands go like this. And I think this is very funny because then we see how we act as a mirror. I like it. I like it a lot. And so when I went to the States, I noticed some stuff that the American people did that was different. But anyway, I didn't think that it was funny. I didn't get this feeling, but I spotted the difference. So this one is, I like it. I think that everyone who has a teenager has embarrassed your kid once. Well, I have embarrassed them a lot of times. For instance, my kids, they didn't let me clap. Clap. We go to a show, you go to a movie, movie now, but you go to a show, you go to a theater play, and and then you like it, and then you go and clap. They didn't let they used to say that my clapping was louder than the others. And when my little one was really little, if I heard the song in the middle of the street or something, and then I dance, little dance, he would just grab my legs like this. He wouldn't let me. And I thought that he got embarrassed. Then later on, he told me that no, he thought that I was just going mad. And so he tried to hold me, not to go to a manicom or something like this, because he thought that I was going mad. So here, this one is written by John Holman, Audrey Shearings, and illustrated by Stephen Carpenter. This one here is Priscilla Ann Gosling, illustration by Carlos Carneiro. It's funny because it's the same name of my son. It's not my son. And so it's written here. Once your kids reach the age of 8 or 9, just about everything you say or do embarrasses them. And when they hit their teens, it gets even worse. But you'll never know all the things that drive them up the whale until you read this book, and that's true. Do you tell? When I was your age, stories in front of kids' friends? When you pick up your kids at school, do you honk your horn and then give them a kiss when they get in the car? You embarrass them. At school plays and concerts, do you take lots of flash photos and embarrass them? When eating out with your kids, do you complain loudly about the food or service? Oh my God, that's a terrible sin. Then it goes here. It's the sporting life. Bring on the clowns. This it goes. Things that embarrass your kid. Sit in the first row at your child's Glee Club's concert. Oh my God. My son, he is a hockey player, and now he is an adult. He's already 42-year-old, but anyway. And he was still a adolescent. And I went to watch the games, and they yelled and did like this. Oh my God, he got real embarrassed. And anyway, what can we do? Be sure to stand up, walk down the aisle, and otherwise call attention to yourself. Present flowers to your child after the performance. Don't present flowers to your child after the performance. So it doesn't matter what we parents do, we will embarrass our kids. And this book is really funny. So I really recommend it because it's good laughs, really is. There's some stuff here, for instance, that we don't have in Brazil, so we don't know, but we can make it because we do not. But are you looking marvelous, darling? Dress like your kids. Dress like your parents. Wear your old clothes. Wear the latest fashions. Join a local nudist colony. By matching outfits for a family trip to Disney World. Rent Victoria customs for your family Christmas card photo. We do not have this kind of tradition in Brazil. We do not make those Christmas cards with the family together, anything like this. And tell the story, never. But we do imitate everything that Americans do. So we even have a Halloween now in Brazil. Halloween. I never had it. Now you do. Because everything sells stuff. Wear your old bell bottoms to the father and son baseball game. I don't know what it is. Have a fingernail long enough to rival the Guinness record. Bite your fingernails. Have grease on your fingernails. Make your son wear grandpa's old tuxedo to the prom. Make your teen wear your hand-me-down polyester shirts and other 70s fashions. Pick lint off your teen's clothes in public. Wear sandals with socks. Make a necklace out of your teen's baby teeth. Sports stiletto heels and fishnet hose at the PTA meeting. Smoke a cigar inside the public library anyway. I think nobody does that anymore. So if you want to have a little fun during this pandemic season, I hope that it ends pretty soon. Read those books. They're funny. Yeah, they are good laughs. Bye bye. See you tomorrow.